Okay, let us start now. A warm welcome to Abode Masters, Hualien Dharma team, and brothers and sisters around the globe to Saturday Hualien Dharma Talk. A very good morning. Let us start the session for today. This morning, I would like to share a short extract from Master Cheng Yen. Positive change in environment to make the world peaceful and harmonious. Reflect upon one's mind and inspire to serve sentient beings. Nurture wholesome thoughts and put all kind acts into practice. Unity, harmony, mutual love, and concerted effort among people so there will be positive change in the environment. The world will be a peaceful and harmonious place. Therefore, we must nurture every loving mind with kind thoughts to help others, utilizing time to accumulate all acts of kindness. Guidance from Master's teaching. Before we hear the wonderful sharing, let us invite our Abode Masters to lead us in paying homage to Triple Gems. Let us pay our respect for these teachings and explanations to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen by making 3 sincere bows. Please rise, bows together. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. And a bow to our beloved Abode Masters who could join us today. Okay, today there is a minor change to the format of today's session. We will start off with sharing first. Today we have Sister Nancy and Sister Alicia who will be sharing on the journey on Sutra Adaptation, and will follow by call out, and lastly Brother Sean will be sharing Pursuing Path of Goodness. Okay, now we will have Sister Su Ching for the weekly summary. Yeah, Sister Su Ching, over to you, Karen.
Good morning, everyone. Just adjust this for a while. Hey, so last week, I'm so sorry I haven't changed this. It still says Sister Lacy. Let me delete this. I know. Okay, hold on. Just a sec. Need to be perfect. Okay, so we had Brother Chin, Sister Su Bin, and Sister Wai Fong. The Thousand Hands Guan Yin Bodhisattva. A sight so divine, so graceful, so pure. A symbol of love, compassion, and peace. A message shared by sisters and brothers so sure. Sister YY showed us the video done with care by a group of dedicated souls beyond compare. When one hand moves, 1,000 hands follow. When one eye moves, 1,000 eyes glow. Sister Wai Fong was happy to seize the day. She approached family and friends without delay. Her children and their friends, without hesitation, agreed to be a part of this great inspiration. The sign language performance is a way to promote the Dharma by planting wholesome seeds to grow into beautiful notes. Sister Su Bin shared about the formation of the dance. Every part so seamless through weather and challenges, all took a chance. Sister Su Bin said Sister Su Bin, beauty lies in the harmony of mutual cooperation. It was a great opportunity to see brothers and sisters working with dedication. Master Cheng Yen said, we cannot do without you. Every person is needed for the 1,000 hands to be complete. That is so true. Brother Chin told us a story of Guan Pusa, who thought she had liberated sentient beings, but realized there were more to be stated. With that, she broke into 1,000 pieces, all scatterings, only to come together to reach more people with her teachings. A worthy project indeed that was shared by sisters and brothers for all to see, bringing harmony and unity for now and to eternity. And Brother Liu spoke about anger and habitual tendencies. We cannot focus on the flaws of others. We must work on ourselves each day. Our journey never stops. We persevere on, forgetting the troubles that come our way. It is easy to get mad, to lose our cool. Human weakness we cannot deny. But criticizing others and ourselves serves no purpose. We must learn to control our temper and fly. We get upset over others' mistakes, but it's like blaming ourselves for their deeds so wrong. We must train our Dharma eyes to see only the good and rid our negative habits for life that has been there for far too long. Gratitude must always be in our hearts for the volunteers who help us each day. The master cannot choose her disciple, but we can choose our master. It's master's humble reminders to us, as this is what she regularly says. So let's work on ourselves and be diligent and concentrate on taming our temper, learning the Dharma and cultivate spiritual growth. To see only the good in others and consciously spread love and embark on a lifelong journey for the betterment of both. Okay, that's it from me today. I'll pass over to Sister Su Ching to introduce the next speakers. Thank you so much.
Wow, good morning, masters, brothers and sisters online. Most grateful. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to our volunteers across the world. Most grateful to everyone for being so diligent. Today, our program changed a bit because of the recent the disasters in Turkey. Okay, but before that, let us today we are most grateful and humbled to have with us two very diligent sisters who joined the Sutra Adaptation last year. Over in KL, Selangor, they had one in July. There's ahead of the December Grand Sutra performance is the one where everyone in the world have it. Over here we have it since July, and the volunteers were mobilized since May to practice. First, today I think we would like to invite Sister Alicia, the big sis who has been guiding because Sister Alicia is bilingual, so she could guide many of us English volunteers during that session. And another one is Sister Lian who joined later, but despite that, despite the difficulty, the challenges, later we will hear how Sister Lian could be so courageous and join during the second leg. Okay, without much ado, let us invite Sister Alicia to share. Okay, over to you, Sister Alicia.
Good morning, everyone. Kanan, Sister Su Ching. Can you all hear me well? Sorry, because this is
yeah, Sister. Clear.
Okay, Kanan. Thank you. Well, first of all, Kanan, for the opportunity to share in this session. Sorry, I don't have any slides. I'll just share my insights and probably some of my journey on this Sutra adaptation. So for this Sutra adaptation, actually it brings me back all the way, I think for everyone as well, especially for those who had joined before in 2015. So on the water repentance, it actually brings me back to that time, because why it actually teach, I'm grateful that I'm also a part of water repentance at that time, because why this actually teaches me that, time does not wait, for everyone to do the right thing. So because at that time, it was also very challenging moments for me. So then why I say, like what Master says, seize every opportunity and time does not wait. So what else can we do everyone has only 24 hours, right? So where can we spend other than working, and be a part with your family, or you choose to, just spend your life, shopping or do all those other things. But for me, I would rather have a life balance and use this time, whatever time that I have, to do something more worth it, not just working and working and spending money or stuff like that. So use the time wisely and to help others and also to spread the Dharma. So this is my opportunity, and this is how I actually share the Dharma to everyone. Because why I say so is because that I'm not a book person. I don't study, I don't read, all this will just bore me, just like what other people say is that good things are mostly people don't like good things, because like food, good food, people don't like to eat good food. I mean healthy food, things that are good to you. People like things like sweets, fatty stuff, those that are harmful. So good things are not easy. So we need to seize the opportunity to actually share it, or we have to go the extra mile to get it. So secondly, what I've learned from this Sutra adaptation is also that it made me realize even more, because life is really impermanence. I think as many of y'all know also what I've been through, and thank you all for all the prayers and the blessings during my hard time. So this actually reminds me, because it occurs again during this December Sutra adaptation, where I also need to do my checkup and stuff, and it may be something at a high risk, but eventually, it just happened. Everything just falls through, and just telling me that forget about all the negativities and negative influence. Stay positive. Stay in the right mind. And continue to do the right thing at all time. Seize the opportunity. Think good thoughts and just do it. So this also keep reminding me that impermanence in life. So with this, it is even more for me to make sure that seize all the opportunity in any way that I can to help spread the Dharma, and to let everybody knows that this is what we should do, and we should be doing to not just help ourselves, but also help others, and help others and also the world. Okay, so the journey of being in this Sutra adaptation, this round, it's also as challenging as life, because we are here facing life, and life itself is a very big challenge. So nevertheless, Sutra adaptation as well, because why? Everything is in Chinese. And I also really appreciate and very kangen for all the teachers and the opportunities. We call them teachers, right? Sign language teachers and stuff, for the opportunity to allow me to accept this role as the big seat. It's not easy, because we are all English speaking, right? So the struggle of learning the sutra through the songs, through the meaning, it's not easy. I have to, make the translation, learn up everything, and especially being a big seat. Wow, how do I actually transfer the knowledge that I have to the next person? It's just like sharing Dharma. You need to learn, you need to know it by heart, you need to understand it before you could share it out. And time does not permit. Really, time does not permit. You learn today, tomorrow, or 2 days later, you need to share it out already with everyone else. And everyone is Chinese speaking. So it's really very tough for me to go through. Therefore, spending a lot of time But these are not time wasted. These are very valuable time whereby Dharma is learned, Dharma is shared. So we have to know that, I mean, I learned that it's really coincide with the Sutra of Infinite Meaning, whereby, we need to find our way of life, our path on how we want to walk the Bodhisattva path and how we want to share this with others as well, so that we can help others and not just help ourselves. That's all that I have today. Thank you so much. I hope that everyone would also not be afraid to join the Sutra adaptation. Just like me, this is one of the way that we can spread the Dharma, not just by talking, sharing, because not everyone would like to listen, So we can spread the Dharma in different manner. Sign language is one of it. Performance is one of it. Sharing sharing discussion. Every day in our life, we are sharing the Dharma and walking the Bodhisattva path. So this is I won't stop. I don't think all of us will stop. So this is a very good path that Master have paved for us. So we are very, very fortunate that we only need to walk on it. Right? Thank you, everyone. Kanan. So next sharer, I guess I'll pass it to Sister Lian. She is also one of the participants in the Sutra adaptation. Over to you, Sister Lian.
Kanan, Sister Alicia. Hi, good morning. Good morning to Master Ching Yen, all the aboard masters, brothers and sisters across the globe. Okay, I should go into what I have experienced. Yeah. When did I get to know this Sutra adaptation? It was back in 2015. My family and I was, one of the viewer. We are the viewer on this back in Bukit Jalil. So when the show started, my tear was non-stop falling until the end. I have no clue why, you see. And with that in my mind, I told myself that in one day I would like to be one of the performers. So come to 2022, July, Sister Michelle invited me to become Sutra adaptation in a Dharma ship as a performer. So I was impressed, and I immediately accepted her invitation. And then come to 2022 December, another Sutra adaptation performance. I met up with Sister Alicia, and she encouraged me to be one of the seat. I was thinking, can I, will I be able to learn and follow? And after that, when I came back and I looked at my schedule, and my affinity really allowed me to join the whole program. I mean, the practice and until the performance, it didn't clash with any of my outstation or overseas trip. And therefore, I told Sister Michelle that I will take part in this Sutra adaptation in December. And she was very concerned about my timing. She said that, hey, you have the children to take care and you have your work to handle. And I told her that I have checked and everything is fine for me. And she encouraged me to go on. So I'd like to share with you during the practice, my experience during the practice. Yeah, I'm indeed do not really like to go to Kepong, because from PJ to Kepong during the peak hours, it took me about 45 to 50 minutes, and I feel that it is impossible. But I make up my mind that nothing is impossible if I'm willing to do so. So I really rush every night whenever I have to go for the practice. I cook and I have no time to eat. I have to, eat in my car, you see, before the practice started. So I feel that it's worth it. I felt that it is really worth it to do so. And when during the practice, in fact, I have no clue what are they talking about, and the performance, the steps. Yeah, I always heard all the sisters, our teachers, and even Sister Alicia always pinpoint on 低标, 低标. Initially, I was thinking, what is 低标? Oh, I'm being pushed by the performers behind. Yeah, I didn't know who are they, and I'm being pushed. Sister, this is not your standing point. This is not your 低标. Oh, then only I realized that 低标 is standing point. And good thing that I saw some of the English volunteers like Sister Peggy, Sister YY, Sister Su Ching, yeah, and Sister Lily. They are quite near to me. I felt at ease, you know, that they are there and I can ask if I don't understand anything. Sister Alicia was so busy guiding us, you know, she has no time to really talk to us. Okay, so with that, the Sutra, Lotus Sutra points out the Bodhisattva path, and Master has paved the way for us. And I have learned a lot of Mandarin words, yeah, like Hualien Yi Jing. It contains Tzu Chi, spirit and values. We practice it through principle. Presented the essence of the sutra, and with that, the performance has got so many different songs and things. And I have learned is 法华经, 无量易经, and 德亨品, 说法品, 功德品, and 六类相. So all this initially, I really feel that I'm so foreign with that, you know, and it doesn't matter, and I just persevere and keep doing it, you know. I promise I make a vow that I must not miss any practice at all to be able to perform and to be able to be accepted. So honestly, I didn't miss any practice at all because I was so afraid that I ruined the whole performance. I told Sister Alicia that if I'm no good, please let me know, and I do not want to ruin the performance, you see. And with the persistency, I did it. And I learned up these songs. Initially, I dare not sing out loud. And when I learned up these songs, I felt really touched by this Buddha at the spiritual or holy mountain. Let me sing out loud to everyone. It's like this. 佛在灵山莫远求，灵山自在如心头，人人有个灵山塔，好像灵山塔下修。Because of the lyrics, the English translation, it is really very touching. And like Master says, may our hearts be as pure as clear stream, and our actions as gentle as a warm breeze. I guess brother and sister know what is the meaning, and maybe if I have time, I just share a little bit. I just share the meaning. It says there is no need to seek the Buddha on the holy mountain, as the holy mountain is right in our hearts. Within every one of us, there is a holy mountain, and there is where we should go seek the Buddha. Seeking the Buddha within ourselves. That is so meaningful to me, and I'm sure to everyone. Okay, that is all for me from this sharing.感恩 for listening to my limited experience sharing, and I hope to see more English group Buddhas, brother and sister, in this coming Sutra adaptation performance. Thank you. 感恩
Wow, and Sister Alicia and Sister Lian for the superb sharing, most heartwarming. Here we can hear, actually, even Sister bilingual. Later, I found out that she can't speak Chinese also. And she also just started learning Mandarin. And Sister Lindsay, you can hear, actually, she traveled from quite far for her to reach our training. The grand practices most of the time are at Jinsi Hall, Kepung, and at times it's on Friday evening. For those who know the traffic, the crazy traffic here, they would know that's why Sister Lindsay has to miss her dinners, her meals. Truly, such is I think the practice of the 6 paramitas, the endurance part, of the diligence, the selfless giving, having then sister, because sister have the wisdom, samadhi, all this 戒定慧, all into practice. Most grateful, and of course, Sister Alicia, we are very grateful to this great seat. I think it's not easy to be great seat because most of us are the small seedlings, or rather the performers. Each time going to practice, as most of us are busy, we didn't really practice at home. It's like back to square one. So the big seats, they have to be very patient and guide us again. So each time, that's why we are most grateful. But anyway, we can hear, wow, how each of them have really immersed in the Dharma, remembering it and able to uphold all the great teachings, and even can benefit others as well. And okay, brothers and sisters, we are most grateful to everyone for joining today's special session. Today we have changed the prayer to moving it to the middle part because of this the suffering, the great suffering in Turkey. This disaster, the earthquake that struck Turkey recently with 7.8 Richter. And we heard, I think yesterday, the number talking about more than 22,000. I'm sure today has increased more than that. The combined casualties both in Syria and Turkey. And today's session is for us, all of us, to garner, master all our great effort to pray and to put in our great power of love and compassion, sending it to our brothers and sisters and all the sufferings in Turkey. Recently, a few days ago, Wednesday, we had this live session with Brother Faisal, Sister Louis also online. Maybe let us share part of his message to us. Master 30 was there. It was during the live book study of Kaohsiung. Hope you all can hear me.
Back to Brother.
It's translated to
Faisal.
English. Can hear, right?
So from the video you seen earlier, that's what's happening in the southern Turkey. There is 11 provinces, and including the northern part of Syria that has been struck by the disaster. Siji has started and mobilized at the onset to understand and gather more information to help. My wife has been reporting the news throughout the night to keep us informed. In our schools in Manahal school, a lot of them, because they were Syrian refugees, they have family and have connections in Syria. So they would love to hear from their family or even help contribute or volunteer in the region. So today, this morning, there's more than 30 students have expressed willingness to get together and maybe travel with the Red Crescent group or other organizations to go into the disaster areas. So in Taiwan, pretty soon we will send a team as soon as we can get master's approval. So as we have heard that a lot of our teachers and students at the Manahal school, they've been growing up with the help of Taiwan Buddhist Siji Foundation. And now that they were once refugees, but now they are contributing members. They can turn their palms downward and give. Thinking back in 1999, during the earthquake, When that happened, me and my wife didn't know Siji, but because of the earthquake, we came into contact with Siji and get to know more about this group. There were two major earthquakes. First was in August 17. The second one was in November. The first earthquake, Master has called upon the Tzu Chi volunteers worldwide to mobilize to help Turkey and send love from Taiwan. Now, at that time, if those who remember what happened more than 23 years ago, when Master asked everyone to collect donations out on the street, they were faced a lot of obstacles, a lot of doubts. People were asking, why help Turkey when it's so far away? Master replied that Taiwan and Turkey, we share the same tectonic plate. We have to bless ourselves and to be on the people helping us, helping them instead of those receiving help. A lot of people who don't understand and don't even know where Turkey is. So that was been a disparaging moment for Master Zhen Yan. And Master said that if you can point to where the disaster has happened, then that is just so close to you. So let's not curse ourselves that we have to witness a disaster with our own eyes. Now, as we all know, after the earthquake in August, in September, Taiwan experienced equally another huge earthquake on September 21st. And the first group that came to rescue in Taiwan was the rescue team from Turkey. At that time, when I heard the news at my house, a lot of our volunteers had said that they wanted to go back to Taiwan. They wanted to help those in Taiwan, helping people of the same blood. But Master Zhen Yan told them, stay where you are and fulfill your duty. So that's how they stayed in Turkey, in Istanbul, to aid those who are in need locally. And we have witnessed on news clips or on a newspaper on the headline saying that the greatest feat was helping those in need in foreign places when your home is struck by disaster. So during that time, there were 43 team members from Taiwan as a rescue team. And this has built a solid foundation, as we are called a saving of love. And one of the volunteers, who was there in Taiwan 23 years ago, has started a campaign online to gather donations. So today, as we see from the building on Taipei 101, we have seen that they're sharing that Taiwan is standing together with Turkey. And now nobody is questioning where Turkey is. Nobody no longer doubts why we're helping Turkey. So fortunately, we have rescue teams that are already dispatched from Taiwan that has left Taiwan to reach the disaster-stricken areas. Now, we know that there's a lot of Tzu Chi volunteers, and we're asking, what can Tzu Chi do? What can we do to help? So I think, don't worry, we will find ways with our volunteers, even though there's only 4 Tzu Chi volunteers, certified volunteers in Turkey, but we will take that responsibility and fulfill our duties and report to you where Tzu Chi can help. So some of volunteers will come back in tomorrow or the day after, and we will have the first survey team to help assess the area. We would like to put our action as a witness of the love of and power of Tzu Chi and bring to you what is happening. And we will also report that to Dai TV so you can get the first-hand information from Dai TV channel. But for now, let's sincerely pray for the survivors. And let us pray that there will be a reduction in the casualties, and for those who are injured to heal and be rescued. As we know, there's more than 10,000 buildings that have collapsed, and let us pray so that those who are buried under can be rescued soon. And let us pray and send our sincere prayers to Turkey. So I'm very grateful for Brother Faisal for.
And brothers and sisters for listening. Yeah, we heard the history of Tzu Chi with Turkey since 1999, that year, the same year after Turkey had this great earthquake where it took a great number of casualties. Soon, Taiwan also have another 921, that's the famous 921 disasters. And today, this earthquake that happens on 6th of February, this time it claims life more than the one that great disasters happened way back into 1999. Okay, brothers and sisters, with Sister Lian, we can pray the prayers. Let us seize this opportunity to garner all of our prayers. May, as what Brother Faisal said, may the number of casualties be reduced. Those in hospital, they could be saved. And yeah, may they be lesser suffering in Turkey and Syria. Okay, thank everyone for joining us on this session to pray.
我的心在静思中感恩，我的心念充满虔诚。大家一起来祈祷，从不同角落地点，祈求平安吉祥满人间。
our brothers and sisters for the reverence prayer, and thanks Sis Alicia for praying it. Okay, next we would like to take this opportunity because we are all online. Else, if we are gathered one place, we would like to put one bamboo coin like what big bamboo coin there. So everyone can garner their icing and donate. Okay, but anyway, nonetheless, these are the accounts shared. I hope, I believe, trust everyone has a copy of it. Later, we will also put it in the chat group. This one is for KL and Selangor chapter. They are bank accounts. Everyone can seize the opportunity, be it 50 cents, 1 ringgit, or any amount. We hope to garner the strength of everyone prayers and blessings. So let us also seek our family members, our friends, those we know to chip in their kindness, good effort. And we will share another one. There will be 2 links. Another one is shared by Brother Zal. I think that one is Hualien. That one will go straight to Hualien bank, Hualien side. But it's all will be garnering all these droplets of kindness will flow into the great vast oceans of compassion. So very kind to brothers and sisters. We will share that the link in the group. Let us seize the opportunity today. Not only we can be inspired with wisdom, we also can do blessings in our everyday life. Okay, today we are most grateful and humbled to have with us a very diligent, pure practitioner, Brother Sean Han. Brother Sean has earlier. Oh, Brother Sean, good morning. Brother Sean has joined us. Today we are most grateful to have with us Brother Sean, who will share with us about pursuing path of goodness. Brother Sean, okay, we will hand over the platform to Brother Sean.
Good morning, good evening, everyone coming from Asia regions or United States and others country. I'm Sean. It's great to have this opportunity to share with you the topics pursuing the path of goodness. This is actually a topic that I've shared a few weeks ago with volunteers in United States. Based on the 4 exertions in Chinese, 是正行. Yep. Because I think this is a very essential topics that most of the volunteers that we should keep reminding ourselves, even myself, keep remind myself I should do it, keep review myself if I walking in the right path. Yep. Because I still can recall the first one when I went back to Jing's abode. Masters get all the disciple that going to get ordained to become a nun. So masters have a teaching with them and saying that every one of the practitioner, not just a pure practitioner, even for Jing's Sifu, we should keep practicing 37度道品. I can't say 37度道品 in English. I don't know the terminology. But this 37 anything. Maybe someone can write it in chat. So
37 principles of enlightenment.
Yeah, 37 principle of enlightenment. Yeah, that's an essential practice that all the Jing's abode practitioner should continue pursuing. Should practice. Yep, should practice. Yep. So today I'm going to focus on the 4 right exertion. These 4 right exertions is actually encouragement, the relinquishment of harmful mental qualities and the nurturing of beneficial mental qualities. So okay. So I think most of you might come across with these 4 right exertion. But if for someone that doesn't know what is 4 right exertion, this actually there are 4 exertion that Buddha had taught us to make sure that we are always keep our mind in a wholesome state. So for for the 4 right exertion, the exact translations from Sanskrit is actually Buddha taught us to abandon arising unwholesome state of mind, prevent unarising wholesome state of mind, maintain arising wholesome state of mind, and arose unarising wholesome state of mind. That might be a little bit hard for beginners or the for even me myself. Before that, I read it in Mandarin. I'm not that understand the Buddha's teaching yet. I can't really understand what exactly Buddha's wanted us to be. So it is just like a way to keep reflecting ourselves. Where are we right now? Are we going in the right way? So these 4 right exertions is very a good guideline for us, so that we are not going into the wrong way. So we can have a quick watch on this video. This is a dog that actually biting a box, and his owner is keep asking the dog to put down the box, and making laugh on this dog. And when I saw this video, I keep thinking myself, am I like this dog? Am I just like this dog? This box is just like the ignorance, hatred, and all the bad habits that we have that blocking our sight. So we can't see our future. So we just keep walking around and then banging the wall and then fall down. But we are still stick strong with our own point of view, and we are not willing to put out the box, just like this dog. Yeah. So even the owner trying to remove the box from the dog, but he still refused to do that. So he's still keeping the box and walking around and then fall down, banging a lots of different cars, but still doing the same. Are we the same like the dog? Maybe we are the same, because we didn't know where are we right now. So for the 37 ways, 37 practice to enlightenment, one of the 4 main essential ways for us to check 37 principle of alignment. Within that 37 principle of alignment, there are the 4 right exertions that actually let us to review ourselves. Are we going into the right way? So to make this easier, I had drawn a graph, a curve graph, to show what's the difference between these 4 right exertion. So sometimes when we are in the bad situations, it is easy for us to fall from a neutral state of mind going to the unwholesome state of mind. So what Buddha taught us to keep reflecting or review ourselves is to abandon the arising unwholesome state of mind. So to make sure that we are not falling down, going into the right way, into the unwholesome state of mind. So we have to keep ourselves abandon if there's any thought that arises in our mind that letting us go into the unwholesome state. So remember to abandon the thoughts or the bad behavior, the habits that heading us into the wrong directions. So abandon it. The second right exertion is to prevent any unarising unwholesome state of mind. If we are in a state of mind that is in neutral, so we have to prevent, have to block any bad thoughts or habits that arise and that would let us going into the unwholesome state of mind. So that will be the second right exertion. And for the third right exertion, for us that we didn't, maybe we are in the state of mind that is so calm, peace, and we don't feel like want to do anything, we should encourage or arouse the ourselves to the wholesome state of mind. So we have to keep practice and then encourage ourselves and or practice ourselves so that we can be in the wholesome state of mind. And then last, for the fourth right exertion, that will be like when we are in the wholesome state of mind, we have to maintain it, keep it in the right way, and then make sure that we are always in the wholesome state of mind, not letting it goes down. So these are the four right exertion that we should keep remind ourselves, working towards the right directions, so that we are not just like the dogs just now, always biting the box and doesn't know where are we going, and we can't foresee the future, foresee our directions, and then keep working spinning around. So these are the four right exertions that Buddha taught us, and then remind us always keep ourselves or always encourage ourselves towards the wholesome state of mind. So this dog is a reminder for us that for me myself, I think that we are always having some extent of habit. Habit is something that we can't account it by ascribing intentions of any kind. So that is unintentionally we have that practice or habit that come out from nowhere. Maybe we think that's coming from nowhere. So easily we have an excuse to others. This is just my habit. I can't control it. I always do the same thing because that's a thought that comes from nowhere that keep pushing myself to have this bad habit. I can't control it. This is something that is unintentional. So how habit are formed? Habit actually come from the routine, and then from the routine we have the conduct, and then from the conduct that comes our habit, and habit designate our fate, and then that is how habit form. So we have something that we can change intentionally, like for our routine, we can start our day by having a gratitude thoughts in our mind, or we can start our routine from hating everyone, but that is something that we can intentionally start. For example, like before we going out, we can have making a prayer before we start our day. So that routine gradually become a good conduct, a bad conduct, that people can see us. Oh, okay, you are having a good conduct or bad conduct more naturally. But something that is unintentionally or something is a little bit hard for us to change would be habit and fate. Why I'm saying so? Because if we are growing up in a family of rich family, that we are get used to wasting. I mean, not every rich family do that, but just take for example, like growing in a family that is wasting food or scolding people or blaming people, that you already have the DNA in your mind. So every time when you see something that is not, that you are not used to, you easily get angry unintentionally. So that is something that collected gradually, like what masters taught us. Life after life, the 习气 habit would be like the 习气. So that is unintentionally we have that habit. So all the habit would change our fate. Why we say I am saying so? Because from the things that happen all around us, the first thought that come into your mind, the first action that you react will change your fate. So just like in each of the crossroad, there are a lot of there are choice for you, turn left or right. But during the crossroad, if you are choosing to be a bad into the unwholesome state of mind, so gradually that will lead you into a bad stage or bad life. So that would be something unintentionally. So let me go back to the questions. How are habits formed? So habits, sorry, let me finish the last part. Will be like all the fate that we are having in this life, we are going to continue blaming people, getting a bad affinity with all people around us. That will again, we strengthen the bad habit and also the bad fate into the karma. So the bad karma will be like more stronger in our life. So that will be looping into a bad cycle. So if we didn't get clear with the habit, so we will easily fall into the bad cycle. That bad habit lead to bad fate, and then lead to a negative karma that will bring with us into our next life. So this will always keep into a loop. But how we can change and break this change? All from routine, conducts, habit, fate into karma that origins from a thought. So a thought seems like something that is not that important, seems like something that is so fragile, because a thoughts arising in our mind that comes so fast and then leave so soon. We can't really keep the mind, the thought so strong. For example, like when we have a vow, we see someone in Turkey suffering, the thoughts come up from our mind, but it just stay in our mind for maybe less than 3 seconds the most. If we unintentionally saw something in front of us, that can only retain maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds, not more than 1 minute, because that is just something that happened in our in front of us. So if we continues to the second task, the thought will be disappear. So that is something that is so unimportant, something that is not that easily observed by ourselves. So, but a thought can actually change our routine, conducts, habit, and karma. That is so important, but a lot of us, we just leave it alone. That's why masters always say what? Masters remind us, be mindful, 多用心, 多用心. And then masters remind us to observe our thoughts, to make sure that we are always into a good state of mind, the wholesome state of mind. So thought is very important. So masters do teach us a lot of practice that we can change our thoughts, that can lead to change our routine, conduct, habit, fate, and karma. Just take, for example, while we are having food, before we are having each of our meal, we making offering. Then not just making offering, each of the food that we eat, even the last drop of oil, we pouring water into the bowl, and then make sure that we clean it and drink it. So each of the actions, masters teach us why we should do so, because we have to treasure foods. That is that's a thought that that's actually a good routine that we can change our conduct, habit, and fate. But for us, we just think that that's just a practice, just an action. But behind the actions, that is present with a good thoughts, essential thought, which is to treasure food. If we keep practice this this action, this routine will become our conduct, and then this conduct will become our habit. After for me myself, previously I'm just a normal ordinary people, so I just eat whatever I want. I just whatever level I'll just throw away. So I don't think there's anything wrong with me, because that's so normal. That's my conduct. That's just my habit. I mean, I just do whatever like others people do. But after joining Chi, after making offering every day, and then gratitude for all the farmers and then people around that get all the foods ready. So that actually become my routine. Every day before I start my meal, I will do that again and again, and that become my conduct. Not just having a meal using a tsuji bowl. While I going out for others occasion, I have the conducts to become more like 节俭. I can tell in English. So that become my conduct, and then that habits, that actually the conducts actually change into my habit. So when I see things happen around me, I start to have the 节俭 behavior that unintentionally become part of myself. So this is just one of the example that I just that masters teachers. There are a lot of different example that I will bring it later. So in Master Cheng Yen Jing's version, Master teaches that saying that it is easy to reflect on major mistakes, but it is hard to eliminate small bad habits. So that small bad habits actually determine our fate and also the karma, the good or bad karma, the positive or negative karma that we have. So that is not something that easy for us to eliminate the small bad habits. So this is a way for ourselves. We are always, I'm not sure if I shared this before, but this is a graph that when I saw it, that actually struck me a lot, struck into my mind. So easily for each of the practitioners, I mean for volunteers or practitioners, we easily think that when we start practice, changing our mind, changing our thoughts, then we can start to change our conduct. So this is what we think, what actually happened, what should be happen. Like this graph, the linear slope over here. This is what we think it should be happen. But in fact, in reality, while we start practice into a wholesome state of mind, or we trying to change our behavior, this is what actually happened. It takes time to see gradual change, but after some time, the graph will be exponentially increase the changing results. So in between the time, we can see there's a gap over here. So this is what we think, and then this is in reality, and in between there's a gap happen. The gap is actually the valley of disappointment. So most of the people who just saying like I just give up. I don't think that works for me because that's my habit. I can't change my habit. But please remember that that's so normal in each of the cases. We are easily falling into the valley of disappointment. So we have to have perseverance, persistent, continuously changing our thoughts, remind ourselves, make sure that thoughts keep deep into our mind, and then that actually change our routine and conducts. And then gradually, when it change our habit, so results will be so obvious that everyone, not just me, ourselves, we ourselves, all the people around us can see the change, but it actually takes time. The times can be weeks, days, weeks, months, or even years. So be patient, be patient before you can see any results. That's the beauty of practice, to be a practice, to practice to change our mind. But it takes a lot of hard effort before we can actually see the results. So what Master taught us to cultivate a good habit? Just the first example I've take is just the having a meal, because the sushi bowl, recycling bowl is just in front of me. So I just take this as example. So what others way Masters has taught us is actually bamboo bank. Bamboo bank is something that is so powerful that changed me a lot. If I compare myself 12 years ago when I first met with Su Ching, and now I can see, wow, that is such a huge difference for me myself, because I try my best to keep making good thoughts, to making donations every day before I start my life, or while in the middle of day when I remember to do so, I will making a small donations. So every day after I buy something, I will just keep all the coins, because the coins will become essential for me to making the donations. So after 12 years of making every day small donations, every time when I'm donating, I will start having a good thoughts arising to make a good blast to the people around me, a blessing that the world be peace. And then for all the bad habits that I have, I will repent, and then try to remind myself I'm not going into the unwholesome state of mind. So that for right exertion, I'm actually trying to practice into my life. For whatever I've done wrongly that I can observe, I will repent while making donations. So I repent things that I have to try to change the bad habit that I have, and then trying to cultivate good habit. So for each of the time I'm making donations, I will try, if I have enough time, I'll try to recall if I'm getting a little bit more forward compared to the yesterday me, the previous me. So I would try to repent whatever that is not good, that's negative, and then making a good vow to be a better me. So that is actually trying a good way for me myself, cultivating a good habit. So some of the people might saying that, oh, I'm just a student, I'm just someone that is not rich enough. So even the people, I mean, the Myanmaris, when they first reach Tzu Chi, they're saying that, oh, they don't have enough money. Can they donating a handful of rice every day? And then they start practicing this practice till now, non-stop. So every one of us, we can do that. For example, like students saying like, oh no, sorry, I'm so rich, I'm so poor, I don't have enough money to do so. So but while we are going out for a meal, maybe we will ask for a drink. So that drink we can actually save for the donations. Or when we go for the economic rice, a zap fund, we go for the zap fund to get rice, to get all the vegetables and different dishes. We can choose to lessen one of the dish, and then that money, we can have that money for donations. So there are lots of ways. So giving is not the privilege of the rich. That's a privilege of the sincere. So if you have the heart, you will have the way to do so. So that is how we change our habit. In Ching's aphorism, Master says that boundless of merit are accumulated little by little, day by day throughout our life. So we can have that change and also bad merits in ourselves if we are willing to start right now, by today, little by little, day by day through our life. So we can see the change gradually, not instantly. So we have to be mindful, because achievement of Buddhahood is not by a day. This is actually gradually. So 人格成即佛格成 in English, achievement of Buddhahood throughout through perfections in humanity. We can attain Buddhahood by changing the way we living. So if we can change our behavior in our daily life, and gradually we can attain Buddhahood. So that is so important. We can start from cultivation. So cultivation is so important. Cultivate one morality and correct one behavior. So if we are willing to do so, we can for sure change ourselves. Because me myself, I can see the dramatically change after a few years I've joined Tzu Chi, I can see a slight change. That would be a big change at that moment. After a few months I joined Tzu Chi. That's true. I was someone that is bad temper, but I changed after I joined Sis Ching. About few months or 1 year joining Tzu Chi, I can see that there's a momentum of change in myself. That's why I continue devoting in Tzu Chi. So, but after a few years, when I look back, that time I can see, oh no, that's just a small change in myself. I can see a bigger change after a few years. But right now, when I look back, 12 years ago, when I first met Tzu Chi in my university life, wow, that is such a huge change in myself. So that change gradually, day by day, year by year, but persistence is so important. But what is the obstacles that refrain us from being perfect? There are lots of obstacles, to be frank. There are lots of obstacles. So that boxes that we saw just now, the dog biting the boxes, is actually the obstacle. So who are the obstacles that block us to change? We ourselves. We ourselves is actually the one that refrain us to change, not others people. So we will easily fall into the trap, things like, oh no, because I'm living in the bad environment that can't change, so that I can't change my habit. Maybe just blaming or giving excuse things that, oh, maybe that's due to my previous life. That karma is so strong that I can't change. No, we can change if we want to, but it takes time. So how we can change that? Diligence. One of the 6 parameters, diligence. That is the momentum, the power, the fuel that can continuously leading us for a change. So diligence is vital on the path of the spiritual cultivations. So Master says that diligence is something that being wholeheartedly committed to the practice without letting distractions or inner impurities arise, and without turning away from our practice. So we have to keep in the right track to change ourselves. That's diligence. And then I think most of us knows that the best example that we can have are mostly coming from the Tzu Chi volunteers in Africa. They might be poor materially. I mean, physically, maybe they are not that rich, but mentally they are rich. So we have a lot of volunteers that they are so devoted. For example, like this is Sister Gladys. When she was still young, she's getting older now. They still have to walk through all the hill, go down the hill to the valley to seek for the care recipient. So these are the roads they have to walk through, so that you can see there's a smoke horizon far away from the top of the hill. There's somewhere our care recipient staying. So she has to walk through the roads to the care recipient so that they can helping them. So till now, Sister Grady is getting older, but they are still continues the charity missions. So these are one of the photo that I remember a lot. When I first saw this photo, I asked Yachi, Sister Yachi, why there are 2 volunteers sitting inside the car while taking group photo? Why don't they just stand still and then take a group photo together? She says that the volunteers, because they are ready to go to Mozambique, 2 of the volunteers sitting in the car, they're just afraid that when if all the volunteers goes into the car, there's no more space, so they will be left in South Africa. There will be no, there won't be have any opportunity to be in Mozambique. So they're just afraid that they don't have opportunity. That's why, the reason why they are sitting inside the car while taking group photo. They want to make sure that they have the opportunity to go to Mozambique. So they are always ready to help. Their diligence, not wasting any time they have. So while their sister Tolakele, while she was resting, when she saw someone disabilities, they might need help. So she will start collecting informations or what she needs. Is there anyone need more than her? So she will start collecting informations from the people around to make sure that the people needed the most will get help. So after they have the information, they'll start helping the people, cleaning them up, and then this is how they are doing every day until now. They are more than 15 years, if I'm not getting wrong. They are still keep continuously practicing the same thing in South Africa. Things getting worse right now due to inflation and also instability for the politics. So things getting worse, but they are not lessen their burden. They are continuously helping more people, not just in South Africa. They are already reaching more than 5 countries, nearby countries, for relieving to helping the needy people. So this is one of the video. We can have a quick let me share the video with sound. Okay. This is one of the case United States in the Fresno region. So we can see how the Sutra volunteers across religions with sincerity, they help Melba, the caring.
Mi nombre es Melba. Nací en El Salvador y tengo 30 años que llegué a los Estados Unidos. Es bien triste cuando llegas a este país y no tienes a nadie. La organización también podía ayudar financieramente a las personas. Y como yo tengo la niña chiquita y cada rato estaba en el hospital, ella me dijo que a lo mejor podía llenar una aplicación. Me ayudaron muchísimo, no nomás en lo espiritual, porque te tratan como si fueras tu familia. Ellas te ayudan económicamente, espiritualmente y te dan soporte de comida. Esta vez que me operaron, Susan vino y me trajo flores. Y le dije yo, gracias. Desde que yo me enfermé hace un año, nadie me dio flores.
You better listen to your doctor. Remember when God was telling you that your daughter had a big mission in life. And so the way God was explaining to you that God and Buddha are all the same. You know why he said that in that way? Because I believe in Buddha. I mean, it doesn't mean that I don't believe that there's a God, you know, but both of them are all wanted.
There's one.
Yeah, both of them have the same purpose. The purpose is to love everybody, you know, as the same thing like God. God loved human being, love everybody. They don't want people to fight with each other. Just like our Buddha. Our Buddha always said, have to have compassion, have to have your kindness. You know, that's the most important thing everybody could do. In this small town, we still could do something good for other people. It doesn't matter, you don't have to be in a big city or, you know, LA or San Francisco. I know those people have more money, more power, more whatever. But as you could see, as we visited those families, everyone knows that our sincerity, our heart. What, you know, like Master always say, sincerity is, as long as our heart is sincere, that is love to them.
Es algo que está dentro de mí, que yo siempre creí como ellos. Yo no sabía que ellos existían, la asociación, nada de eso. Pero pienso que yo quiero pertenecer a eso.
But they're very grateful already. And I feel it. Every time I go and see them, they always feel like, oh, what could I do?
So we can see, sorry for my previous part, my sharing. I might be speaking too fast and my pronunciation might not be good. So because I'm going to Neihu recycling stations for to help out the relief good rearrangement that we are going to send it to Turkey. So I have to leave on time at 8. That's why I'm speaking so sparse at first. So I think I have to come down and then speak a little bit slow because my pronunciation is not that good. And then when I speak fast, that confuse everyone. So we can see from the video and also the previous example, such volunteers, regardless of the religions, regardless of the region, we do the same thing. We are trying our best non-stop to help the needy people, although the people that is not they are not Buddhists, they are not the same region, they are not same nationality with us or not the same skin color with us, but we're helping the needy people as long as we can help. So we try our best. So that another example that I would think of is actually Mozambique volunteer, Sister Amelia. Sister Amelia is actually someone that is having a bad habit, and then he is so, aggressive that until she is so aggressive and then having a bad temper, a lot of people, neighbors living around her will get away from her because she is so, always blaming people and scolding people. But after she met with Suji, she's gradually changed. So this is a record, a short record. I didn't put a video here. Sister Denise got so shocked when she knew that Sister Amelia was not well received by the villagers, by her neighbors, because when she knows that she got bad habits and also bad temper, and then getting a bad affinity with the villagers around her, Sister Denise was so shocked, and she just found out that Sister Amelia changed a lot after she joined Suji. So one day she just knew that Sister Amelia got to travel for more than 3 hours before she can reach our office in Maputo. So she started to get some youngster to record her journey to the Maputo office. So if we have some event, start early in the morning at 6 or 7. So Sister Amelia got to wake up at 3:25, and then then they have to walk in the dark, and then crossing the river, and then walking in the roads until they see the van. So they have to change the van at least 3 times, if I'm not getting wrong, before Sister Amelia can reach our city office. But that doesn't refrain Sister Amelia to continuous helping people and then changing herself. So this was the photo that taken in 2019. Sister Amelia got into an accident. She broke her left arm. So the volunteers persuade Sister Amelia, saying that you are so diligence, hardworking, and that's okay for you to take rest for a few days. But she's saying that no, it's fine. I broke my left hand, but my right hand is all fine. I can still contribute and helping the needy people. So she still continue helping for the distributions non-stop. So that actually changed a lot from Sis Amelia that in the negative stage, in an unwholesome state of mind, she will get angry easily and then bad temper and then scolding people around her. But after she joined Chiji, gradually she changed her conduct by joining Chiji. Gradually, her behavior and also her habit changed. That actually impressed a lot of the villager living around her. So right now, she gets certified. She's a certified volunteer, and then she nonstop sharing her own experience. She encouraged the people around her to join Chiji, and then to share her experience, how she can change her habits into a better one. So our mind and heart is just like a field. If we sowing good seed into our field, into our mind, the flower will blossom in the right time. If we just abandon or just leave our heart and mind around, so slowly, gradually, the weeds will grow. Without intentionally, the weeds will grow in the field. So we have to be diligently keep review and then keep practice, so that our field will be clean enough. And then if we are kind enough, doing good deeds, and then keep practicing, we are actually sowing a good seed into our field, into our mind and heart. So we are actually farmers for our own field. So don't look down the power of tiny grain, because 1% of better for every day, for 1 year, we can be 37.8% better. And then you can see the huge difference in between. Gradually, when we practice 1% better every day, we can see the exponential increase into the good way. So don't look down at the power of tiny grain. Little bit by little bit, we can see the change. Just like what masters taught us, to be self-disciplined, diligent, frugality, and perseverance. In Mandarin, we call 克勤克俭克己克难. For all the practitioner in Jingse Board, we have to do that. Masters not just teaching us, she practiced her by herself into daily life. This was the space inside the Buddhan heart. Masters staying in a bed less than, the width is less than 100 centimeters. This is so small that if you ever come to Jingse Board, you are welcome to visit. There's a replica of wood hut inside Jingse Board. That wood, the bed is so small, and it is height under this, forkhan. The bed is under the forkhan, so must have to be cautious to prevent that when she woke out to bang to this forkhan over here. So she woke up every day early at the 3 morning, and then start having morning prayers, and then that goes months after months, and then until now, Jingse Board, we are still practice waking up at 3:50 and then having morning prayers at 4:20. So self-discipline, diligence, frugality, and perseverance that actually leading us into a better wholesome state of mind. So one day when I went to walk around in Jingse Board, I walked to the farm area, and then I met a master's that is actually watering the plant. So I'm so curious. I'm asking the master, saying that, is there anyone supervising you, so that you reach or locate? I mean, you start your work on time. She says that no, no one actually supervising them, and then they are work based on their own arrangement. So no one actually supervising them. So they can be into the farm on time, to be a little bit late. That's all fine. So I asked master, why should you start your work early in the morning? You can have more time. You can have your more personal time. Why do you choose to do so? She says that that is actually the way how they cultivate habits of diligence. So no one pushing her to do so, but she willing to do so because they are master's disciple. So even now we can sometimes see masters washing the floor during rainy day. Why they do so? There are two reasons. One reason is to save the water. The second reason is that they already plan to do so. If the rain is not that, strong, not typhoon, so they will continue what they already planned. So they will continue the task as planned, as they are planned. So they will have continuously a strong mind to cultivate the habit of diligence. So one of the Sifu, De Yang Shifu, she getting older. She is actually a good she's actually good in sewing cloth, but she's getting older now. She doesn't have the ability to continue the previous work that all the masters is having now. But she doesn't rest just inside the room. She start to help whatever she can, just like picking the moringa seeds. When there's any seeds that need her to help, so she'll picking helping for the moringa seeds, something that is easy for her, but she can still contribute to the abode, to all the practitioner. So this is how they cultivate the habit of diligence, and then from routine, from actions, changing her from thoughts, changing her routine, and then now diligence is actually part of her habit. So that is something that we can still continuously reinforce in our mind. So we are actually the farmers of our own field. So we can choose, we can decide to have weeds overgrown in our field, or flowers grown in our field. We have the ability, and then the choosing. We have the power to choose whether we want to have flowers or want to have weeds in our field, because we are the farmers of our own field. So perseverance is so important. Masters did take an analogy. Boiling water, we need perseverance. If we have a strong fire that cooking the water, but we give up middle of the way, so the water will go back into the original stage, where they will be cooling down and then goes back to the original stage of conditions. So the water won't be vapor, won't be boiling. Perseverance is so important. If we give up halfway, we have to start from zero again. So perseverance will be something that is so essential for us to changing our habit from a negative habit to a positive habit. So just like boiling water, it takes time. It won't happen instantly. It takes time. So perseverance is so important. So these pictures give me a lot of inspirations, things that sometimes we think that we working really hard to change our habit, but sometimes we giving up halfway. We didn't know how close towards the goal. So sometimes we just giving up, maybe just a little bit more effort. When we contribute in, we can see the change. But sometimes we can easily just give up. So these pictures remind me myself, the efforts that we contribute so far. If we give up at the last mile, everything gone, goes back to the zero. So we have to keep persistent and diligence, working towards into the right directions. In Ching's Reason Master saying that nothing in the world is difficult as long as we are diligent, especially when it comes to doing goods. So never should one pass up a good deed and then let alone refuse it. So we should continuously being diligent so that we break through all the barriers in front of us. So when should we start changing our life? We can start from today. We can start from a thought if we want to. So cultivating a diligent life and then practicing the 4 relaxation, we can start immediately right now, just from a thought. I think that's all for my today's sharing, because I'm going to Neipu recycling stations for the relief goods rationment. Yep, so that's all from today's sharing. Thank you so much.
Okay, Brother Sean, for the awesome, superb guidance, wisdom, great wisdom. Okay, let us seize the opportunity. Let's take a group photo. Sorry, we know that some have, because today we also have a refugee gathering, home visits. So seizing opportunity. So sorry, Brother Sean, I didn't see the message until just now. Okay, 我们来拍大合照, Brother Sean, because Brother Sean needs to rush to Neihu site to pack. To send love to these the key families. Hey, Brother Sean, for your great diligence. Yeah, a lot of very good sharing. So very enlightening, truly. Looking at all the boat masters, all our pure practitioners, teachers, of course our Sangren as a real guidance in life. 感恩祝福大家。Hi, 感恩 Brother Sean, take good care, stay safe. Okay,
Everyone, have a nice day.
Brother Sean, can leave us because he's
Bye.
okay. Let us, brothers and sisters, very grateful to everyone for your presence since today, and of course, aside from Brother Sean, we are also most grateful to Sister Alicia and Sister Lian for their heartfelt and wisdom sharing. Sister Alicia, even though we joined the training with her like 2 times a week, so didn't know about her situation, but very grateful to hear that Sister Alicia is okay. Okay, again, okay, hope that each of us could sustain this Dharma joy and take in another piece of Sangren's and oil and love to our life. Let us invite our Brother Robert, our President, Chief President, to lead us in giving vows to the Buddha and Master Cheng Yen as we depart to apply all these wonderful teachings in our everyday life. Let us pay our deepest respect to our teachers of life universal truth. Comes together, first bow. Second bow. Third bow. Brothers and sisters, take care, stay safe. Cảm ơn for joining. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.